For 30 years, software was a button, and now it's not. OpenClaw is the first software where you fight development with words. And that's why beginners struggle using the tool, because you need to talk software. If you take all the software in the world, all the niches, all the industries, all the type of platforms, at the end, you have one thing that is common to all the software. It's three things. One, to run a function. So you need code, and you need that thing to take an argument and it executes. You need that. Second, the ability to save. So you need a hard drive, right? This can be a database, this can be images, this can be text, but you need to be able to save it and find it later. You need a schedule. You need something that is able to run that function every hour if you need it. It's called a cron. Think about it. Excel, Notion, Stripe, Zapier. It's all the same thing. Functions, buttons, saving, nothing else. At its core, the button you click, it's a compressed instruction, a sentence that somebody pre-wrote for you. So part of the job of being a software engineer was to come up with a workflow for you. You're disorganized, we don't know what you want, and we create a system so that you can organize yourself through the UI and through the software. And OpenClaw just destroyed that. It doesn't require you to be organized now. And the beautiful thing is that at its core, OpenClaw is just those two things. Functions, save, cron, nothing else. You can do OpenClaw with Claude Code on a remote session. It's the same thing. You're not connected to Telegram. You cannot connect to your team. You cannot have this feeling like you're hiring it. But if you want to just have access to your resources, your skills, and your code base, it's the same thing. It's virtually the same thing. OpenClaw is a software where the UI is a chat. It doesn't ship with a button, you chat to the software. And people who start using it that are non-developer are just copy-pasting whatever information inside. Instead of typing npm run dev, they just ask the software, can you run the stack? And by the way, the same mechanism we had for backend is the same for the UI. You have button, pages, and navigation. The biggest drama right now with software is that UI, UX has too few elements compared to words. A chat interface that you can talk to software is a million times more efficient than a page with a button where you always ask yourself where to go. The battle is unmatched. There is nothing you can do. That's why stuff like Zapier and N8 and Nomation are losing against OpenClaw. It's because the nodes were supposed to be an abstraction for a script, for code. But why would you organize nodes if you can just tell the script and something else turns your SOP into an actual software script? I don't think OpenClaw and those type of tools are for everybody. The reason why we have buttons in a UI is because it protects you from overcomplicating things and distracting you. We sell you a framework and it doesn't move, and we know that there is return on investment if you follow the process. And now you have something that allows you to have any process and any goals. How many of you are using OpenClaw and just a massive fucking distraction? Stripe the button and your infinite choice. I never really like Nomation and but you have to admit that it is exactly that. You write the flow and then you click one button and that button becomes the flow. Right now, all those AI tools are very confusing because if you think about it, if you can have a server, you spin up Claude Code and you access that remotely with a phone, you have OpenClaw. And if you're using co-work, you might have a similar experience if you're alone. What you don't have and what they lose is the ability to have multiple channels and people talking through it. That's another use case. Software became a button and language broke the button. Isn't that beautiful? So now, open question for you. What happens when the only people who can use those easy tools for everyone were actually not the one that needed the easy in the first place? I'm a developer. I don't need an easy onboarding. My whole life was hardcore onboarding, go read the documentation and come back with bugs. What type of leverage I'm getting from this? Do you think I'm talking to those things like you are? I've seen non-coders do so much better than coders. The people I've seen constantly outperform their own goals with AI are people who have a strong vision, who can imagine things, who never don't know what to say. They always have a question, a follow-up question. It's a relentless pursuit to learn with the tool. They don't just say yes. They ask how each keyword works so that they can feed and train themselves. And then experiment to see what it does so that they can push that into their big system. I hope you liked the video. I don't know how to finish this, and see you later.